like, no matter what those TikToks say, dress up like Sophia Richie, this and that, you're just not gonna get your rich husband unless you're already rich. That's just the truth, guys. Hello, my sugar babies. My name is Cherise, aka Cherisberries. Welcome back to my channel. How was your summer? Because I know mine was a flop, and I blame that on the fact that I didn't make a summer trends video. So since I don't want fall to be my downfall, let's talk about fall trends. I'm just going to be talking about the trends that I've been seeing on my side of Pinterest. Shameless plug. So I guess that means there'll be no shit talking in this video. I know, but you might disagree with what I've been observing personally, and that's okay because like I said in my last video, everything is trendy now. Just wear what you want. So let's get the most obvious one out of the way, which is red. In fact, I am actually very honored that the fashion community decided to call it cherry red after me. Cherries aside, I actually thought that the shade burgundy was the one that's gonna make a comeback for the season. But either way, red is a classic. I feel like there's a particular shade of red for everyone, so you can easily incorporate that shade for your style. Particularly for fall, we're already seeing a lot of red leather, jackets, bags, shoes. Even Doja Cat made the whole song about it. The most common one that I see though is jackets. Like this picture right here, she even matches her lipstick. That's so cute. But my favorite is when they use red throughout the whole outfit in little pops of color. Even her shoes. That's adorable. But even if you're not a fan of that, there are ways that you can still participate in this trend in like more minuscule, subtle ways. For example, this necklace. Fuck off. Sorry, just a fly. Like for example, the statement necklace that I'm wearing, or on Pinterest, I've been seeing a lot of red ties. I think it's always so interesting. But if there is one red accessory that I want so bad, it is this John Galliano bag. Literally cherry red. I'm honestly not the type of person to care about designer brands, but this bag just calling my name, you know? You know what, guys? I don't even like cherries. I am not a fan of the fruit. Even on like sundaes and cakes, I do not eat them. I think they taste like medicine. So I guess it makes sense that I make a lot of self-deprecating jokes because I can't even like myself. Anyway, just proves my point that red is accessible to everyone and it just goes with everything, you know, but especially denim, which is actually our next trend. I know denim is such a profound observation coming from a fashion expert like me. Maybe it's just my algorithm, or actually maybe it's the fact that a cute guy complimented my denim jacket once. Either way. And also it just makes sense because when you think of denim, you think of summer, and now that we're transitioning into fall, you're gonna slowly incorporate that denim into your fall wardrobe. You know, it's not like a sudden quick change. For example, this outfit, I can see it definitely worn in the fall. Maybe just switch out the shoes with some boots. I've also been seeing the denim jumpsuit have its moment since earlier this year. I feel like that paired with the leather jacket looks so great. We also have this denim dress paired with a long pair of boots and a red leather bag. Anyway, like I said, denim just goes with everything, and I think it pairs well with the downtown girl aesthetic, or as I call it, Gilmore Girls core. Gilmore Core? Despite the fact that I have never watched a single episode of Gilmore Girls, but I'll get to that after my Gossip Girl marathon. Actually, this particular frame from the show captures all of the fall trends that I've been talking about so far. So yeah, the Gilmore Girls that get it. The Gilmore Girls that girlent. But one particular thing that stands out to me in this aesthetic is the use of stripes. The horizontal stripes that I've been seeing are either like the really small versions, like styled in a vintage 70s way. I've also been seeing a lot of bigger stripes, like the rugby polo stripes being styled, which is honestly what I think is the fall version of last summer's bloquette core. Speaking of stripes, I've also been seeing stripes in vests. And no, I am not talking about the the argyle print vests from last year. I'm talking about vests that are much more tight-fitting and used as a top, kind of like what I'm wearing right now. Like this number right here, I've been seeing it worn kind of like in an office wear type of way. I've also been seeing a lot of denim, which also ties into what I was saying earlier. I still definitely see it being used as a layering piece, but I see it more often as a top. So I guess you can see it's a switch. Pinstripe vests is kind of connected to the pinstripe suits that I see trending right now. But overall, I feel like this is still an early trend. It may or may not catch on. I guess you'd have to invest in this trend to find out. Speaking of business, the next trend is actually the old money aesthetic. Okay, I know old money isn't new, but I actually really hate that name. Don't get me wrong, I love myself a preppy outfit, you know, Blair Waldorf core. But the term old money implies that we are cosplaying generational wealth that you can only accumulate through the exploitation of people in the past. Dressing like you're rich won't make you rich because dressing rich is not having money. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what those TikToks say, dress up like Sophia Richie, this and that, you're just not gonna get your rich husband unless you're already rich. That's just the truth, guys. Okay, maybe I did end up shit-talking in this video.
There'll be no shit talking in this video.
Why don't we just call it preppy style? Because that's exactly what it is anyway. Anyway, since it's fall, it makes sense that we are all bringing out our blazers now. I have been seeing two different arguments for blazers. One is for the fitted type of blazers and the other one's for oversized. I've only ever seen the fitted blazers in stores. Like, I haven't seen anyone wearing it out. I believe Aritzia has one, but I don't think it will catch on. I think this might just be a micro trend because even on my side of Pinterest, I've only been seeing oversized blazers. And you know what? That makes sense because honestly, what I've observed with all of the fall trends that we've talked about so far, the approach is very relaxed, not necessarily minimalist and definitely not boring, but the approach of people is they want to wear something that's easy, if that makes sense. But also, since the trend cycle has been shortening, we are already seeing people romanticizing the 2010s. It's where we always paired it with athleisure. So this year's version of that is just pair your oversized blazers with some Onitsuka tigers. Because it just makes sense, because even in pants and the jorts of last summer, everything was just oversized and way too big on us. Out of anything I want to wear that's tight, it would not be a blazer, to be honest with you. Speaking of unexpected silhouettes, that is the trend I want to talk about next, which is unexpected silhouettes in knitwear. I feel like this fall, instead of your usual turtleneck long sleeves, we are gonna see knit tank tops, particularly mock necks. Maybe I'm biased because I live in a tropical country and I have been trying to make this a trend, but I feel like it makes sense, especially in the earlier part of fall, and it also just gives you more opportunities to layer if the top's actually sleeveless. Same goes for off-shoulder sweaters. I've been seeing that a lot. You know, the Regina George sweater? In general, wide necklines are just having their moment right now. Recently, I have actually been observing this trend on TikTok where people cut the necklines off their shirts, and as a victim of this trend, please only do it to the tops that you don't really care about messing up. Honestly, I see it going either way. This might be a micro trend, but it can also be just the start of a trend that's really gonna boom later on in the year. So just proceed with caution before you cut up all of your favorite shirts. It's addicting, trust me. Another weird silhouette that has been popping up in my feed lately is the drop waist. Like I said in my previous video, it's all about the torso now, baby. So it makes sense that people are elongating their torsos rather than wearing high-waisted pants to elongate their legs. Standing at 6'2", I am quite petite, so I don't know how to feel about this. Even then, I just think it feels a little too summery for the fall. Or maybe I'm just really late to this trend, I don't know. But you know what I am not late with though? Are my shoes. Okay, can't even see my feet. Not for free. I have never been a shoe person, which is why I am so surprised that my shoes are actually considered trendy for once. For example, Mary Jane's. I have always been wearing Mary Jane's. You guys have seen it multiple times on this channel. You guys can attest to that. Yeah, Mary Jane's with colored stockings and socks. I've been seeing that too. Socks with kitten heels. I feel like styling socks with kitten heels just makes sense, especially since you have your summer shoes, you know? If you want to wear them, at least for the earlier parts of fall, you can wear a sock and just call it a day. But if that's not your thing, whatever you do, just don't wear your plain, boring white socks. It's all about color right now. Like, remember the color red? We're also seeing that in boots. The style that's currently trending right now is riding boots. I'm not a horse girl. I mean, I love cowgirl, but I'm not a horse girl, so I can't tell you what riding boots look like actually. My personal prediction is that pointed boots are making a comeback. I might be biased because I've also been hearing people say square toe is the way to go. Wow, that rhymes, bars. I haven't really seen anyone point this out yet, but it also just ties in with the weird fascination people have with the 2010s right now. I think there's a possibility pointed boots make a comeback. There is one shoe that is not in my possession yet, and that is the Onitsuka Tigers. I know there's a particular model of Onitsuka Tigers that people really want, but you can tell that I am just not a sneakerhead. I do not know the difference. They all look the same to me, so I only identify them by the color, and the color that people are really wanting right now is the color yellow and black. In general, just any colored sneaker, I feel like you'll be fine. Maybe even a cherry red Converse would look really cute. For me though, hopefully I get my hands on the orange ones. I've honestly been interested in them since last year, so that's just me being a trendsetter again, I guess. Anyway, just to close this out, I just want to talk about summer trends, especially since I wasn't able to make a summer trend video this year. Let's talk about them and if I think they're gonna last into the fall. First of all, we have belts. We've been seeing a lot of chunky belts this summer and I was all for it. I love myself a good belt and I do think there's a possibility it will also just carry on into the fall, at least at the start. Like, I've yet to see someone style a red chunky belt. So cute, you guys. I literally have an outfit idea. I just need the belt, okay? Next up, we have Bloquette Core, which is all about the jerseys in the summer, but this fall I feel like they're gonna get replaced by the long sleeve rugby polos, one with the big stripes, and they're also long sleeve, so it just makes sense, right? But other than that, jerseys styled with a short skirt and a long boot, that's also a fall look in my books. But above everything else, the one aesthetic I feel like will peak in fall is actually the downtown girl aesthetic. I've already mentioned it in this video. It just makes sense, you know, it's very casual, it's something easy to wear. And those are all the trends that have been dictated to me by my algorithm. As you know, we all live in echo chambers, so everything is trendy. But you know what? I'm no fashion expert. I'm not even a fall expert, but these are the outfits that I'll be wearing in the following months since there's literally no fall here. Comment down below if you guys want to see a video of me styling it. And that is it for me today. Thank you so much for staying with me. Let me know if I had any hits or misses in this video. What are the trends that you've been seeing that I didn't talk about? I want to know all about it down below. If you like this video, I hope you consider subscribing and become a sugar baby today. And I'll see you next time when I feel like uploading. Fit check!